work on actually sending our site that we've been working on, put our application out on a, we'll call it a production server. Hopefully you have one set up, and we're going to walk through it. Some of this some things we've talked about before, but we'll get ourselves started here and get into, in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to have the Django server, and it's going to be front-ended by an Apache server. And we're going to clean up a couple of things that we have set for us at this point to give us our development version of the Django server. The first thing we're going to do, as mentioned before, we're going to go over and we're going to grab our code. So I'm going to grab my code here, and I'm going to do a git clone with that that link. And so now I will see if you saw some over here. It opened up, or it created, here's my project. And so I can go in there and let's see what happens. Now, the first thing I'm going to do if I try to run it is it's probably going to fall apart. So here, because I've got, I'm missing probably a module here. So although I've got Python set up, I do not have everything else set up. And so what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to have to actually go through and make sure that I have use pip3, or pip, I guess, pip3 in my case, and make sure that we've got everything straightened out. So let's go look at this one real quick. So manage, if it goes to line 22, let's see what it says. This may point us in the right direction. Main, so it's probably OS and sys. Let's just check those real quick. And sys. And so it is complaining about our base command. So let's see, let's go look at, so we're at 3.5. So we should be okay. But we probably need to upgrade it. So let's go ahead, and in this case, we may have to do an upgrade. So we're going to go ahead and check that first. So let's go ahead and sudo and update. This is going to be probably apt-get. So we'll go ahead and update this, and then we're going to have to do, let's do Python 3.7, I think is how it goes. Okay, we're going to actually change this over because I don't like how it's referring to. Now let's try this. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to have some issues with getting our database together probably. So let's go look here. Where's our installed apps? That's all good. Databases, we don't need our test at all. And then this one, we're going to have to actually create a user. So we're going to call it dev user. Well, we'll get rid of the underscore, and we'll give it a password of, we'll give it basically the same thing. We're just going to change it up a little bit. And so now what we need to do is we're going to have to actually create that user. So what we want to do is we want to jump into MySQL. And we need to do create user. What are we going to call it? Dev user. And we're going to just paste this in, and we're going to change this around a little bit because I stole this because I always forget the exact thing. So this is going to be create user. I'm sorry, dev user at localhost, and it's going to be identified by, I'm going to give it the password. Come down here, give it the password. And I'm going to do the same thing and do it with a wildcard just because that sometimes can be an issue. So now I've got that created. And then I need to grant all on *2. This guy. Oh, I'm not a... I need to be root. So let's do that. Oh, I think I can do it this way. And now if I do grant all, let's start out *2. There we go. Percent plus privileges. If I can spell it right. Okay, so now let's go back out here. So bring in our database. We already looked at that. You can create a database, source, pull that in. And I've actually done that here. So now if I do, let's make sure I can see it. So if I do dev user -p, password is, oh, paste it here. Okay, so I can do show databases. And I can see DP project. Okay, so good. So I'm able to use it. And so I can quit now. Now let's go back and try to run. And, oh, I forgot to save that. And so now it's running. So let's go see if, okay, so I'm not getting that. And if I look here, it's not getting through here at all. So what I need to do is open it up. Oh, it has a lot of hosts, is wide open. So let's try to do this. Let's actually run it on there. And now let's see what we get. Okay, so now we are coming through. Oh, log in. So I'm able to see this. I don't care to save that. Oh, I guess I can blow this up a little bit so we can see a little bit more. And so if we go to our goals, there's nothing there. If we look at our roadmaps, but we've got it. So we've pulled all our data in, and we're now running off of our other server. And we can see here from our debug stuff that we now have our server running on our dev server running on the other side. So now let's start cleaning some stuff up. So we don't want to run with debug turned on production. We're going to change our secret key at some point, but we'll just right now not worry about it too much. So we have all of that. And now if we run, we should get the same thing. We should still be able to run. Wow, everything's complete there. Let's pick some that are different. Oh, wow, that was interesting. That one just totally blew up on us. So what we're going to run into probably, because this is, now it's picking it up that it's production, and we're going to find an error here, I think. Because if we take that same one, let's go back to debug equals true. So it's here, and we're going to see if it's false. And it's going to blow up on us, I think. Well, when it tries to reload. Well, shoot. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, maybe it's not going to blow up on us. Okay. All right, well, typically what happens is it's going to end up, because it's going to the wrong static as we start to turn stuff on. So let's go to here. And what we have now is we have it actually running our application. We've got our database set up. We've got our password, all of our blah, 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 blah. There's really not much else we're going to have to do, except we're going to deal with this static. And you're going to see right here, we'll go ahead and use their little documentation. And we're going to see that here, let's see, that's during development, serving files, testing, deployment. So here we go. So we're going to have a static route for getting to our server. So instead of putting all of them here, we're going to actually put them out on our site somewhere. And of course, what we're going to need to do is copy all of our files from our static into our static route. And so here, let's create, we're just going to take a, let's stop this. And so now what we want to do is we're going to go to our website, and we're going to make dir, we need to do a sudo. And we're going to call it dp static. And if you'll see here, we don't want it owned by root, we want it owned by www-data. So we're going to do sudo chown -r just to make sure we get anything underneath. I'm going to do that for dp static. And so now it's good. And now if we go to see there, now what we want to do is we need to copy everything that is here. We need to copy this static over to the other static. So what we want to do, what we want to do is we're going to pull our static files over. So we're going to go here to our, where did that go? We go here. Oh, one more level up. And we're just going to do tar, put it back here, static /star. Oh, we got to call it static.tar that. Let's not do that. We want to actually go up one more, because we're going to do it so that it'll come from here. And now we want to do tar, whoops, tilde, whoop, come here, tilde / static.tar star. Oh, and it's got to be a -cbf, my mistake. Okay, so there we go. So now we can go here, and we go back to our static on our web. And then we're going to do a tar-xvf, our static files here. So now they're all here. And so now, if we look, we should be able to do, let's see, demo1 /dp static. So let's make sure that that actually gives us something. And we can see here that we've got our folders. So, which is, this is not a production server. Normally you wouldn't be able to see that. So now, if we do that, and we're now going to go back to our application. I think it's this path. Yes, this path. And we're going to go kick this guy off. And let's see what he does for us. Where do we go? Here we go. And so now, let's get rid of that for right now. Let's get rid of that for right now. And we're going to see here. Let's go to like a task list here. And if we look into our developer tools, we're going to see sources. And we're going to see that here we go, like dp static CSS. It's pulling that up. So now we did see that it didn't like jQuery. So DP static JS jQuery, did we not have that? Let's see, if we go to static JS, somehow that got moved. So let's see. So is that jQuery min? Whoops. Let's just check that real quick. So he was trying to find jQuery.js and bootstrap bundle min. So let's go check those guys real quick. Bootstrap bundle min.js should be there. So let's go check our website real quick. Go to JS. So he should see bootstrap-bundle dot. I don't know, is that going to give me the full path? Oops. Let's go check that real quick. DP static JS bootstrap-bundle dot min. Bundle.min.js. It's not finding it, and so let's go back and look for that. Oh, bootstrap.bundle. So let's just copy that. Bundle.min.js to bootstrap-bundle.min.js. And then we're going to also copy the jQuery to, I think we just called it jQuery.js. And so now, if we go look, non-JS module file. So we just blew something up pretty heavily there. Let's go look here. Oh, because our server's down. So let's go back over here. Oops, I think that's it. Let's run our server. Where'd he go? There we go. Okay, so now if we look at our console, good. We got our stuff and things are showing up. Here we go. Okay, so now we've got, and like I said, if we look at our sources, we're going to see that we're coming off of static. So we've got our static stuff coming through. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to actually front, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually front the server. So we're not going to be using this anymore. We're going to actually be able to come through. And that is going to be in the next episode. And once we've got that, then we will be off and running. We'll be able to redirect. We can use our DNS's namespace, and we can actually redirect. And we're also going to do our HTTPS connection, since if you haven't noticed, we have been unsecure. And if we do this, it's going to blow up on me. See, I can't get there because I can't provide a secure connection. So we're going to get all that stuff straightened out next time. So that's something to look forward in what will probably be a part 2 in our final episode in this series on Django and Python. We'll catch that next time. But until then, have yourself a great day, and we will wrap it up next time.